My next guest is here tonight, is making his network television debut, which is a French word for first time. It's kind of like buffet, but fancier. Anyway, he's a comedian director whose film When Stand Up Stood Out is available now on DVD. Please welcome Fran Solomita, everybody.
How are you? I'm the same way. I'm woo also. Thank you very much. I'll introduce myself to start this all off. My name is Francis. I know, you snicker already. Not the most masculine name to grow up with. I got picked on my whole life, you know. Franny, Francis, you are a loser. Girl, you know. Of course, my brother Barbara really has problems. Still going through electroshock therapy at this point, but he'll get over it. Well, she'll get over it. Whatever. I'm from a huge family, 10 kids in my immediate family. I don't know them all personally, but I hear we love each other very much. My dad was Catholic, no birth control. No control whatsoever, apparently. You know, just every night. You know. And he whistled while he did it from what I heard through the wall, you know. Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird hearing your parents doing it when you're a kid? And my parents were loud, too, man. Every night was like... Hauga! Yeah. I know, and my father made some noise too, so it really got loud in there. I mean, it was nuts. It was hoopy. So yeah, I'm the 8th born. I met my parents when I was 11. They finally got around to the whole thing. And I remember in a tender moment, I asked my dad, I sat him down, I said, Dad, do you remember my first words? And he said, son, I don't even remember your first name, okay? Let me give you a hint. It's a girl's name, okay, Dad? It's very, very cool, though, to be here. I'm very happy. My dad, it was crazy, because both my parents, they made us wear hand-me-downs. Okay, did you wear hand-me-downs? Think about it. I was the 8th born. 7 people wore the garment ahead of me. There really wasn't a whole lot left. I swear to God, my mother once handed me a pocket. That was it. Here you go. No, you got it on backwards. Try it the other way. Seriously. And my house was insane. That many people running around, but my dad kept his cool. Seriously, 10 kids, never hit any one of us specifically. Yeah, when things got crazy, he would just sort of take his belt off and swing it around his head a couple times. Eventually hitting one of us, you know, it was like random discipline is what it was, you know. You never knew when you were going to get it, but when you did, you knew you deserved it, too, so... yeah. I got 3 kids. I like 2 of them, so it's awkward. And I would never hit my kids, ever. Why would you hit your own children when you can just as easily hit other people's children? You know what I'm saying? Take it out on them. No one's going to believe them. Right. I know a lot of you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, I'll tell you what it's like. It's kind of like having little tiny roommates that look like you but don't pay the rent, basically. That's what children are in a nutshell. And that's where I keep mine, in a nutshell. They're small. They fit. You know, it's a scary world. It's a confusing world. You watch the 24-hour news channels. You don't know what to say to them because they got the news scrolls on the bottom. They got the terror alerts. They got the picture on the picture. You don't know what's going on. They don't even tell you the whole story anymore. They'll just throw random words on the screen. I'm watching the other day. I swear to God, I see a JetBlue cancer puppets. You figure it out, you know? It's like I had no idea what was happening, but I was petrified. I really was. And living in California, it's scarier to be a parent, you know, because of the earthquakes, right? And earthquakes are a lot more frightening when you have kids because you can trip over them when you're trying to run out of the house, you know what I'm saying? Get out of daddy's way in an earthquake. Get out of daddy's way. That's the drill, you know? Yeah. A lot of overachieving kids, kind of annoying too, right? You hear that story a few weeks ago? A 7-year-old boy, he swam from Alcatraz to San Francisco. Did you hear about this? He was 7. What did you accomplish when you were 7? Seriously, I think the biggest accomplishment of my life when I was that age, I'm not sure, but I think I made a calendar out of boogers, okay? That was probably the best thing I ever did. I burned a pile of ants with a magnifying glass. I punched my brother in the neck for a baseball card. I did not swim through icy waters for 1.5 miles, okay? But while my children are not overachievers, they do make up for it by being really, really odd. I have this one son, he just says the most bizarre things to me all the time. He really does. We're sitting around the other day, I swear to God, out of nowhere, he goes, hey, Dad, you know when you have, like, thoughts? I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Someday you'll be old enough to drink, son, and it'll all go away. It gets darker, too. A few weeks back, I was sitting with him, hanging out, and out of nowhere he goes, hey, Dad, who's going to die first, you or me? I'm like, wow, that's freaking me out. I mean, that's really, we don't need to think about that right now. That's a big subject. And he goes, no offense, but I think it's going to be you. Like, yeah. Now you're really scaring me, pal. Okay, you got something planned? And I got a great daughter, too, beautiful girl. We had a favorite relative that we wanted to name her after, but her mom is Jewish. And in the Jewish religion, you're not supposed to name your child after someone who's still living, right? So we're just going to call her Grandma for now. And we figure eventually she'll grow into the name, you know what I'm saying? Yes, this is my son, James, and my daughter, Grandma. She's 3 now. We're very proud of Grandma. Anyway, you guys have been very, very nice. Thank you kindly.